a movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shots Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shots Secret, powered by science.
One more time, we need Pro Mods 1 through 4. Pairs 1 through 4 to the lanes. Those guys watching on Flow, that's Eric LaFerrier, Tony Williams, Mike LeBay, Keith Goolsby, Jason Calso, Jim Widener, Greg Blevins Jr., and Aaron Wells. We need you all to the lanes. If you're watching from home, we thank you guys for tuning in to Flow Racing. Last night was an incredible night of qualifying for the Pro Mods who are being called to the lanes. So Stroud Safety Pro Mods putting on round 2 coming up here in just a little bit. Number 1 and 2, Callie Mills, Jason Lee, Vic Alvarez, Paul Gargis, Robert Costa, and Jacob McNeil round out your top 6. Only a few more drags left of the track, and the wonderful Samuel Peterson will let her rip. You know, Samuel Peterson, the Drag Illustrated Winter Series was just this last winter, and Samuel Peterson got his first ever passes in a Pro Mod in the Winter Series in Joel Winsley's car. Winsley was supposed to be here, or at one point he said he might be here, but he's not here this weekend. And I was talking to Samuel, and he said, hey man, it's a little more of a bummer to watch Pro Mods now once you've been behind the wheel of one. I bet too. So we thank Samuel Peterson for his hard work. It's what keeps this the fastest track in Michigan. I mean, the groove goes from the center line to the wall. It grabs you. We saw Paige Coughlin earlier today use all of that, as she couldn't have been more than 8 inches a foot from the wall or thereabouts, and still held on and ran, I believe it was a 63. She said, we got to keep people on their toes, you know, it wasn't that bad. And I said, yeah, but you weren't the one watching up here worrying about you. So we thank Paige Coughlin for coming out racing as part of Hurricane Motorsports. She will be in the 12th pair. Just like to give a shout out to Quartermax Racing, proud sponsor of the Midwest Drag Racing Series. Shakedown 23. And what's amazing about this is you go through, and I think Al said he's been at all but 2 or 3 of them. Ellen said she's been at most of them, including the very first one. Here I am, little fish in a small pond. Last year was my very first one, and I was blown away. This is just an incredible event at an amazing track, one of the best anywhere on earth. As we get ready for our compressed air supercharging top sportsman, should be coming around the corner any second now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin some tires and light some fires. It is time to get started here at the 23rd Shakedown in town on the left side. As we start with our compressed air supercharging top sportsman, it's going to be Mike Savoya. He ran in the 390s during testing, and I had to double take that it was a top sportsman badge on that car. On the right side, it's Macy Higgins. Now, Macy races Pro 420, raced Pro 420 with us back in Tulsa. He ran in the Fuel Tech Pro 420 class, but the Fuel Tech Pro 420 class is not making the journey up as a class, so he's entering that car into top sportsman, brought to you by compressed air supercharging right here for this event. Round one of time trials right now. As the Dwayne Higgins racing machine comes up front, Mike Savoya already breaking the pre-stage beams, and let's let him rip. Macy Higgins, not what he's looking for. On the left side, we have a 402 from Mike Savoya. 402 at 183 for Savoya. He pulls the chutes, and there he goes right on past the camera. Right side, Macy Higgins. 101 at the 60 and shut him off, so he will slow roll over across the right-hand side. Here comes the three-peat champion. This is the one and only Whiskey Barrel of Rod Moore. He was finally unseated as the champion of compressed air supercharging top sportsman just last year by Tyler Wells, the youngest big car champion in the history of the Midwest Drag Racing Series. And he will line up side by side with Rod Oxford in the D-Bar D car. Now this is a car that, this is formerly the Pro Mod that was driven by Ed Thornton. Ed got a new car. This one got slowed down to run Pro 420, usually driven by Daryl Hubbard, who owns the car. But Rod Oxford is sitting in the driver's seat here as he is taking the former Pro Mod, current Pro 420 car, now running compressed air supercharging top sports. And this car has over 10,000 passes on it on the left side. As Jeff Holloway lines up Rod, and we get ready to rip. So the Whiskey Barrel, nitrous-assisted machine on the right side, driven by straight line engines. You'll see Doug Woody later on today. That's the engine builder to the three-peat champion. We are pre-staged and ready to rock and roll. Little red on the tree there for Rod Oxford, not going to matter. He runs a 389 with the 3. Rod Moore on the right side, a 462 and a 5. Moore was also 005 red on the right side, but again, it's for only running time trials here, so the reaction time does not matter. Red light doesn't matter unless you're in elimination. So turn off the top end, and that'll bring us Jason Kimbrell on the left side out of Sibley, Missouri. And while I am chattering, and John Vesper, the winner last year, we'll talk about him in a second, but first, I need the first 4 pairs of Stroud Safety Pro Mod to the lanes, please. First 4 pair of Stroud Safety Pro Mod to the lanes. Vesper a little quick on the gun there. 11 red across. How about a 494? 479 for Jason Kimbrell on the left side. He'll be the first across the line. Vesper, by the way, was the very first competitor to hand Tyler Wells his first ever loss in a big car. That's right, it took him, Tyler Wells, until facing John Vesper in the finals at this race last year. He was, I believe, 11-0 at the time. John Vesper took the victory, made him 11-1. Tyler Wells took the championship for the Midwest Drag Racing Series. The Summer Race Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series in partnership with Fuel Tech Radio Outlaws. And we will fire some cars up here in just a second. We'd like to thank Quartermax Racing. We'd also like to thank the US 131 Junior Drag Racing Team. They're selling 50/50 tickets. And that's right, that 50/50, by the way, is going to make sure and help those kids go and represent this track, the fastest track in Michigan, US 131 Motorsports Park, representing them at the Eastern Conference Finals in Bristol, Tennessee, in Thunder Valley. And so I hear a rumbling of our next cars up here. I'd like to remind you guys, 7:30 a.m. at Keith Haney's pit. We'll have our church service brought to you by Checkered Flag Covenant Ministries. All right, so that'll be Casey Higgins on the right side. That'll be brother of Macy Higgins on the left side, Eric Grace out of Brooklyn, Wisconsin. Casey started racing with us just this year. I believe that is a former Pro Stock car. I think that was the car that got in the accident to start Tulsa 2 years ago. It's a beautiful machine. And here we go, Eric Grace, coming to us from across Lake Michigan. Here we go. How about 006 on the tree for the Scotty, and across the line 442 with a little 4. That is going to put Grace at number 4 on the quickest pass list here for the Top Sportsman. It's brought to you again by Compressed Air Supercharging. Right side, Casey Higgins, 429. He was first across the line. He left just a hair soon. Attention, attention, attention. We need Eric LaFerriere and Tony Sandman Williams to the lanes, please. Here's Doug Woody. Out of Independence, Missouri, the 67 Camaro on the left-hand side. That is a Straight Line Engines car. And Straight Line Engines is the engine of a few of our competitors, notably Doug Woody himself and also Rod Moore. Now, this is a professional engine builder, Doug Woody is, and when you look at the Whiskey Barrel team shirts, it says 3-time champions, and it is Moore Woody Racing. He'll line up against Johnny May, a local here out of Livonia, Michigan, making his Midwest Drag Racing Series 2026 debut here on the right side. Beautiful car. As we get ready to stage on up. Halfway stage, and here we go. And Johnny May is going to leave well before. He's not going to get, well, he will get a time. He left half a second early. Meanwhile, Doug Woody on the left side of 483 with a 3 at 139 miles per hour. Again, if you haven't made your way up, there's Eric LaFerriere, the Sake Bomb, as it is called. Set the world on fire, made headlines last night, read all about it. Drag Illustrated, who, by the way, would like to thank Wes and his crew for the awesome coverage. If you go on their website, you can follow along with live reporting up to the minute. It's really cool. Here's David Mullins on the right side. On the left side, you're seeing him on the screen there, Ron Biondo. Biondo in the Lumina, coming out of Ohio, is Mullins on the right side, coming to us from the opposite side of the state in Milan. So Mullins comes on up. Here's Biondo. Biondo raced with us last year at this event. I believe he lost in the first round, if memory serves me correct. And here we go. All right, we're green again, and off we go up across the line. It's going to be a 423 for Biondo. Mullins on the right side, a 465. And so the low ET right now is Rod Oxford. Oxford with a 489, or a 389, excuse me. And so you might guess that the former pro mod of Ed Thornton, Mr. Mile an Hour himself, leads in mile an hour and low ET. Mike Savoya, your second quickest, 402. And Ron Biondo, number 3. Here's Ken Langlois out of Milan. Langlois has raced with us quite some over the years. Big thank you to Lang Transmission, Mullins Auto Supply, Bob's Profab, and Napa. Terry Ausmus out of Belleville, Michigan. See this car once or twice a year. Every year, we'd like to thank Mountain Machine for that 97 Firebird. We'd like to thank Compressed Air Supercharging. They're building they built, I should say, a pro mod. You can find all the information about that. I can't wait to see that in person. But first, Top Sportsman, here we go. All right, we'll first cross the line by about a 1/10 and a half. That's going to be Ken Langlois. Terry Ausmus a little too eager on the cherry tree, but he's going to get 2 more after this. He'll run a 474 at 150 miles per hour on the right side. That'll bring us to your reigning champion of the Midwest Drag Racing Series, multi-time champion. It's Tyler Wells, racing out of Edmond, Oklahoma. He's running out of fingers to put the rings on, man. 3-time junior dragster champion, and now a Top Sportsman champion in that 69 Camaro. Now, that used to be his dad's pro mod. All right, if you're at the 60 though, those 2 spectators, we need you guys to move back. And watch out for golf carts, please. Watch out for golf carts. And so Tyler Wells driving his dad's old pro mod. Now, his dad said that if he won the championship, he would get to drive Bullet, Aaron's pro mod. I don't know if he's made the passes yet, but man. All right, attention, attention, attention. We need 5 through 8, pairs 5 through 8 of Stroud Safety Pro Mod to the lanes, please. Justin Swanstrom, Don Walsh Jr., Keith Haney, Don Klooster, Ed Thornton, Ryan Bush, Russo, and Sullivan. It's to the rating champ. Stage is up against Speedy Day. Speedy Day a little too speedy at the light. He picks a cherry there, 03 red, and across the line, Tyler Wells is going to run a 437 against Speedy Day's 473. How about Tyler Wells with a 008 light? All right, so again, because I rushed through them just a bit ago, I'd like to hit again. We need Justin Swanstrom, Don Walsh Jr., Keith Haney, Don Klooster, Ed Thornton, Ryan Bush, Chris Russo, and Craig Sullivan to the lanes, please. And how about this? Bob Mandel and Bob Mandel III. Bob Mandel out of Colioca, Tennessee. Bob Mandel III also out of Tennessee. Separated by a generation as they line up here in Western Michigan. A 002, little slip of tire there for Bob Mandel III. He's on the tree 002. 405 for Bob Mandel, the senior, on the left-hand side. He's at 180 mile per hour. Bob Mandel III to the right side at 735. He'll roll across. Of the Peterson family. Of course, they were rewarded with all of their hard work with an NHRA national date, the Great Lakes Nationals. It's coming up here in the fall. And I tell you what, man, the NHRA is just going to love this track. They're going to love this track. This place is top tier. The fans are absolutely phenomenal here. And I don't just say that because I'm here. The fans are spectacular. I need Ryan Bush and Pro Mod pairs 9 through 12. Ryan Bush and Pro Mods pairs 9 through 12. Hey, I just got word that the track souvenirs are open on the right side. And so you can get your US 131 Motorsports merch, and you can also get your limited edition t-shirt of Shakedown 23. It's at the Duck X tent right over there. You guys are want to get it. It's radial merch. They're amazing shirts. I got one last year. In fact, and I kid you not, my Prius, and it might be a disrespect to the Radial Outlaws Center, but my Prius has a Shakedown 22 plate on the front when I drive it around town. And so I hear the rumbling of some top dragsters, I believe, beneath us. So let's get ready to rock and roll. But again, limited edition. When they're gone, they're gone. An amazing collectible shirt right down there at the Duck X Promotions tent. Grab it. Grab one to wear, one to keep for safekeeping, because there's only one Shakedown 23. All right. And before things get loud, 7:30 tomorrow, Keith Haney Pit. It is the non-denominational Racers Church. Lick the stamp and send it. Let's go racing. On the right side, out of Harrisonville, Missouri, in the 2020 Spitzer, Tim White. On the left side, Mike Klooster out of Galesburg, Michigan. Top Dragster brought to you by our fine sponsors, Race Star Wheels and UEM Pistons. Midwest Drag Racing Series couldn't do it without them, and the racing industry as a whole couldn't do it without them either. The greatest wheels and greatest pistons you will find. So let's get ready to rock and roll. It's a 2020 Spitzer dragster on the right side. Tim White follows us. He runs just about the whole series. We see him year after year. Green lights, go. There we go, a 448 on the right side at 158 miles per hour. On the left side, 5002 at 140 miles per hour. And here is one of, I lost count, it's Jacob McNeil and his top dragster. Now, Jacob McNeil's racing team includes now 2 Pro Mods, I believe 4 top dragsters, and this is Jacob's personal one. Jacob McNeil comes to you out of Gilmer, Texas. John Biaggi on the right lane out of Buda, Illinois. I'll tell you what, I'm from Illinois. I don't know where Buda is. I'm gonna assume it's up near the Chicago area. But Al, do you know where Buda, Illinois is? You know where Buda, Illinois is? It's down south? All right. Way down south, he says. Jacob McNeil on the left side. Now, again, he over the offseason acquired Keith Goolsby's Pro Mod. He's looking for a driver for that. He's acquired 3 top dragsters. He's chasing points in all of them. And he's ready to rock and roll. John Biaggi on the right side, long-time Midwest Drag Racing Series racer. In fact, I will get you the number here in just a second, but talking multi-time race winner as well. Off we go. 002 green, 004 red, a 440 for Jacob McNeil. John Biaggi, a 426 at 172 miles per hour. And that'll bring us Austin Rader and Jason Jensen. Austin Rader coming to us out of Crestwood, Illinois. North side. There's Jason Jensen coming to us out of Vicksburg, Michigan, the 2015 dragster. By the way, I said I'd get that to you. John Biaggi actually has not won an event in top dragster, which surprises me because he has been around since I've been announcing here the Midwest Drag Racing Series, which 7 years. So Rader sits at the tree for a little bit. That was too long to not be intentional. As Jensen will hit a 450 at 154 mile an hour, 419 for Austin Rader at 171. And here comes our next pair. If you're wondering, Billy Swain leads the all-time wins here at Martin, Michigan in the Midwest Drag Racing Series. He's won twice. Nobody else has won more than once. Here comes Terry Long out of Hopedale, Illinois on the left side. You can see him on the screen on the right lane. We're a little liberal with what we call dragsters. That's Tim Kish out of Kalamazoo. How about that? 386 for Terry Long on the left side at 175 mile an hour. Tim Kish on the right side. Slow rolls across, and I'm hearing we're chewing on gears down there, so that's always fun for Tim Kish. By fun, I mean not fun at all. And he's leaning down there too, so he's got a flat tire is what I hear, so I'm not sure what exactly broke down there, but we'll have a look, because I heard you can hear him chewing on gears and he's got a flat tire, so shot something out and slashed the tire, I don't know, but we'll get him off the top end. We'll make sure our track is A-OK, and Brian Richardson will run and run here in a 2015 dragster on the left side in just a second. All right, so we're going to get him off that top end there. Stroud Safety Pro Modified is coming up. We need, let's see, we have up there, I believe, yeah, the first 12 pairs. So how about this number 12 matchup, Paige Coughlin versus Ryan Martin? That's going to be fun. So, too, I'm also looking forward to Eric LaFerriere. He did not run a qualifying night last night because he decided that he is going to try and go set a world record, and he did. We're missing 2 cars from last night. The war of attrition rages on as ever. Michael Abate smacked the wall during testing today in that beautiful split-window Corvette. And your heart goes out to him because, of course, wasn't able to set a time last night. And then Chris Russo today will not answer the bell as well.
I'm here with Luke Smith, who currently sits on the pole in Pro 275, and I think I can comfortably say I really wasn't expecting that, but was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it felt good. Finally got it all turned around, and hopefully we go a little better tonight.
So I see that you guys have 2 cars in your camp. Are they both Pro 275 cars? Who drives the other one, and how are you guys related?
We're brother. That's my brother Eddie, and hopefully we can go 1 and 2 here tonight.
Oh, that's the goal. Just 1 and 2, lay it out there, and then put both of these cars at the top of the qualifying order.
Yep, and finish the season out with the Radio Outlaw.
Let's talk about who's behind the keyboard on this car. Kyle Pettis, a name that is rising relatively quickly. He's been really successful in the tuning department. How big of a key factor is he here in your camp?
So far, so good. Everything he says he does, he's the man so far.
The man, Kyle Pettis, the man behind these cars here in Pro 275. We're going to the pole. Luke's going to stay number 1. Eddie's going to be the bridesmaid by the end of the day. Thank you so much, Luke.
Thank you.
I'm here with my buddy Jamie Stanton, who currently sits on the pole in limited drag radial, and you did it in pretty good fashion, a 382 right off the rip.
Yeah, we actually changed a few things over the last race. We were pretty competitive in Alabama. We went fast there. So we basically said, you know what, let's try putting that same tune-up in it here, because we know the track's killer here all the time. You know, it's a great facility, very great facility. So we put that tune-up in it, and the air was a little worse than it was in Alabama, and it went out and went 82. We were stoked with that for the first hit, so very happy.
And let's talk about the Radial Outlaw Series. You're no stranger to winning this series and participating in this series, and you currently sit number 4. So we just need to stay consistent. Is it an obtainable goal to win this point series at this point?
Yeah, I think with the 3 races left, there's probably the top 6, 7 cars can still pull it off. Just got to be consistent. Got to go rounds, and you got to get the people that are in front of you, kind of pick them off, or they got to kind of be, you know, thrown out before you go out. So it's just like I said, there's a lot of I would guess it would be like positioning of who you race against, and if somebody wins or loses. But it's more or less we just stick to the plan, go as fast as we can for the conditions that we're in each round, and they got to beat me. You know, I mean, they got to beat us on the track, and I think that's worked well for us lately. So we're just going to keep plugging away, and hopefully we have no breakage, no stupid breakage problems. So.
Yeah, it does. I always say, like, as racer to racer, it takes a little bit of luck in some rounds, and you've had a couple of unlucky things happen to you in this point series. Tell me about those things and what's kind of been your little nemesis.
Well, one of the things happened in Georgia. We qualified really well, went into first round, and just the way the qualifying was and when we were going to race, when we weren't going to race, I couldn't work a new set of tires in. And, you know, with these radials, some people say they can put a brand new set on and go right down the track. Well, we obviously cannot. So we put a new set on and ended up spinning with a known tune-up that should have went down, and it spun. So bam, I'm out first round. Then in Florida, same exact thing. We were you know, printing tickets, very consistent. Car was fast, and we broke a fitting that goes to the intake for the map, and it just cut the whole engine out, and we were done in the third round. So. Two unfortunate things. One was probably my fault about the new tires, but the second thing is that fitting breaking is just, it's part of it. You know, it's part of it. And the luck part, you know, every race, anybody that races in this stuff, any racer will tell you there's always one round that you get lucky. And think about it. I mean, 1,000 things could go wrong in a pass, and it's over in 3.8 seconds. So that's perspective all of us have to really have on racing these cars, because at any time something stupid or catastrophic could happen at any time. So it's all part of it.
Well, congratulations on your pole position so far. We'll see if you can keep it. I'm rooting for you. And racers, if you guys have any used radials that you want to sell, Jamie Stanton is your man. He's going to buy them all up.
That's it. 295, 65, 15s.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
Redline Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me. Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
As we join back from Flow Sports, I decorated one of the rooms in my apartment after I moved with RacingJunk.com. That's a true fact. Also, if you're into the drag and drive stuff, the one and only Mr. Mike Narks said he wants to do a drag and drive event where you have to buy a car straight, sight unseen, off of RacingJunk.com from somebody who listed it, and then do a drag and drive. I said, that seems like an amazing idea, but people don't come to me for sanity. I'd like to send a big thank you to Callie's Performance Products. Callie's is a proud partner of the Midwest Drag Racing Series, has been for some time. Of course, they're one of those amazing companies that, I mean, they make it all happen. I'd also like to thank Central Power Systems. You know, Robin Roberts, who is the owner of Central Power Systems, he was supposed to be here this weekend, but he put, I think, possibly my least favorite Facebook post I've ever seen up just earlier this week. Robin Roberts said, I hate that I'm going to miss this, but, you know, I'm in Fiji, and the wife just convinced me against my will to be here a second week. And I was like, you know, that must be real tough, Mr. Roberts. I know he's sitting there on the beach, at least, though, staying tuned to this and going, man, I mean, the beach is nice, but could we race it on the beach so that I could also, you know, be sharpening my blade against this very incredible field? Callie's Ultra Connecting Rods are produced from extremely clean Timken steel product, formulated to their exact specifications. The proprietary steel is forged in Trenton, Michigan, right here in Michigan. Manufactured entirely in their Fostoria, Ohio facility, making them 100% made in the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, vote with your wallet right there, right? They got pride in workmanship and attention to detail that are the qualities you'll discover during careful examination of their finished product. Each step of the manufacturing history of every Ultra Connecting Rod is meticulously maintained by their manufacturing team. You'll be confident of the material and workmanship of quality components when you shop with Callie's. Doth my eyes deceive me, or are we moving that car slowly but surely off the top end? It looks like we are. You should have a better view of it on Flow than I am up here in the booth even. I'd like to send a thank you to Tamara up here, by the way. She's our clock operator. T-Bird, how long have we been working together? I mean, this is, what, 6 or 7 years? Something like that. Yeah, I love working here. You guys are great. You're the best. You're the best. I like to think we're a low drama series. We're chill. We're fun. We're hip. We're with it. But I mean, the whole staff here. I want to tell a story. Yesterday we had a snapping turtle that was crossing crossing in front of basically the access road where all of the rigs were coming in. And Damon Steinke came out and tried to move it, and a track staff was actually pulling in, and she goes, oh, well, you need a snow shovel for that. And she opens it up, and she goes, oh, that's right. I took my snow shovel out for the spring. Here, I got this. And she pulls out an ice scraper, and she's pushing along this turtle. Yeah, I was gonna say, she's pushing it along and it's getting mad and it won't move. And so now she's like flipping it and kind of rolling it off because she's like, well, the turtle's really mad, but better an angry turtle than a squished turtle. So, and we're like, darn straight. That was a huge snapping turtle, by the way. I told Damon, I'm like, what, you don't want to just pick it up? And our photographer for the Midwest Drag Racing Series and E3 Extreme Photography said, I don't really like losing fingers on race weekends. And I can't necessarily blame him, but I'll tell you though, this is an incredible facility, man. I remember the first time I came here, I looked at the sand trap at the top end, and the beach was like raked. It looked like somebody took a rake and Tamara goes, yeah, Courtney Andrews did that. I don't think that's true. But it looked like it was a Zen garden almost up there. I'm like, this is almost peaceful. Except for the fact that when somebody's here, it's really a bad news, but you could have convinced me. All right, well, I'm hearing engines turn on. I see nothing on the track but pure speed and a nice wide groove. Let's go racing. It's Race Star Wheels Top Dragster presented by UEM Pistons. Let them rip. We are right back at it. And Brian Richardson on the left-hand side. And Michael Kopko on the right side. I was going to say, who is that? Just got his license today, it looks like. So how about that? 2015 Dragster out of Woodburn, Indiana. And Brian Richardson on the left side. I was just there last week. Great state for motorsports. I don't care if you're going straight line, circuit track, road racing. I love me Indiana. And Richardson just about ready to stage up, and Michael Kopko, there we go, making his way on up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us during that short little downtime, but it is time to get back to going real fast. Here at the Summit Race Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series and Radial Outlaw Series, let's shake them down in M-Town. Nothing there for Brian Richardson, but in the meantime, Kopko runs a 382 at 192 mile an hour. Shoo! 006 on the tree, too, and that is a disgusting run in the best possible way. Oh, and look at the shorty on the left-hand side. Love hearing that. Look at that shot. I promise you, for as good as it looks on TV, it looks even better with the sunlight glimmering off it in person. And if you're going to pick one track to go to, just for pure atmospheric vibes, make it this one at US 131. I would have said also the wonderful Vandermeer, but we're in between Vandermeer Speedways 1 and 2 right now, so US 131 Motorsports Park. It's Bobby Churchill out of Elwood, Illinois. On the right side, that's the Gun Lake Casino lane, and in the VP lane on the left side, Mark Paquette out of Howell, Michigan. So Paquette waits a little bit at the line, but meanwhile, a 427 on the right side for Bobby Churchill, and he will run 180 mile an hour. Left side, 438 at 159 mile an hour. And that'll bring us our next pair. It's Rick Morley out of Allendale, Michigan, the M&M Dragster on the left side. And on the Gun Lake side, that is the Tipton, Michigan native Michael Savoya. You may recognize him because he is hot lapping today. Savoya also ran in Top Sportsman, presented by Compressed Air Supercharging. Ricky Bobby Morley, that's what they're calling him. Both bulbs are lit, and so are the green lights. Wow. Wow. 006 on the left and on the right, a trip zip on the tree. Whew. Guys, we're not in eliminations yet. Savoya goes trip zip at a 434 at 162 mile an hour, a 440 for Rick Morley at 158 mile an hour on the left side, the VP Fuels lane. They're putting on a show on the tree and at the stripe. You'll love that. And so I take a look and I see a tractor coming out, and that is the good kind of tractor, because that means that we're going to get the track nice, sticky, and prepped for Stroud Safety Pro Modified round number 2 of qualifications coming up right here in just a second. It's the Summit Racing Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series presented by J&A Service. And it is the Alan Johnson Performance Engineering Shakedown 22 at M-Town. collectible, I guess I should say. Shakedown 22 license plate is attached to the front of my daily driver, and I can't wait for the Shakedown 23 plate. And then next year, I'll have the Shakedown 24 plate, because this event, I mean, I don't have any insider information, but this event can't be going nowhere because this is so cool. I'd like to send a thank you to Cali's Ultra Enforcer high beams designed with fortified tower flanges, enforced high beam connecting rods, the ideal component for turbocharged and supercharged engines. I'd like to thank Race Star Wheels. Race Star Industries, high performance drag racing and street wheels. They are having an inventory reduction sale right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's ever a time to fit on some sweet new wheels on your road car, your drag and drive car, oh boy, you need the Race Star. They're established in May 2009 under the leadership of L.B. Davis. Race Star, born out of a vision to revolutionize the market by providing premium quality, lightweight, and affordable wheels tailored to the needs of street performance and drag strip enthusiasts. Would also like to thank Quartermax. Quartermax, located down in Dallas, Texas, 43-time world champion chassis builder. I mean, look, man, I'm going to just reel off some names here, and you guys can pick your jaw up from the floor. But, I mean, how about Bubba Stanton's Pro Mod? Yeah, that's a Quartermax car. Nate Saylor's new Pro Mod? Yeah, that's a Quartermax car. J.R. Osborne? Yeah, that's a Quartermax car. Quartermax Racing. Some of the best, man. And it's so awesome to be a partner with them. And my heart kind of breaks. We had a really rainy weekend forecasted in Dallas, in a town called Ferris, south of Dallas, Texas, and we had to postpone that, but we didn't get to see our friend Clyde down there. We also didn't get to see the Summit Racing Equipment store down there, man. I tell you what, we were looking forward, and if I could spill some beans, we wanted to film some stuff in the Summit Racing Equipment, Superstore down there. We wanted to, just tour that. It's like a Willy Wonka factory of racing products, and unfortunately they called the rain before we left, which for a lot of our racers in, say, Florida or Michigan is a good thing, but we're going to follow that up later in November at the World Finals. It is just about time for Pro Modified, and the bump could not be tight. It is about as tight as you're going to see around one bump, and I don't care if you're talking World Series, I don't care if you're talking, U.S. Street Nats, I don't care if you're talking Shakedown, Ronnie Hobbs World Finals, Throwdown in T-Town. After round one, if you have a bump of 367, you are hunting, and this is one of the most impressive fields of Pro Modifieds you will see assembled anywhere on God's green earth. It's an incredible selection of cars here in Stroud Safety Pro Modified, presented by Larry Jeffers Race Cars. And we are about to light it up. I hope you guys in the stands realize how lucky you are today, because the entire drag racing world, from NHRA to PDRA, up and down the coast, all around the world, all eyes are looking. 31 cars entered. 29 will make the answer to the second round bell, and look at that, it's Eric LaFerriere. As a Lexus, it is an import car, and it is nasty. Oh no. Throw it in reverse, Tare. Meanwhile, Tony, there we go. All right. Tony Williams, Sandman on the right side, racing to us out of Millington, Tennessee. The 68 Camaro did not make a pass yesterday. Neither did Eric LaFerriere. LaFerriere opted out of round 1 of qualifying because he wanted to set a quarter-mile record last night in the nice cool air, and by golly, he did it. The timing system would not put him in the field based off the 8th mile time if he got time to the full quarter mile. But here we go. Watch this, listen. Ooh, a lot of wheel spin for Eric LaFerriere. He's gonna shut it off. Williams did not do much there either, and he is puffing down there. Williams left before the 3rd amber, and that is no good either. I don't know, but he is chain smoking down there. And I would hate for that to be anything serious for Sandman, because, I mean, I'm telling you guys, Sandman drove here from, if you're not familiar with Millington, think Memphis, basically. Last night, he got here at like midnight. All right, so I'm hearing he's dry. He's just smoking out the pipes, which is good. And so LaFerriere, who ran a 63 during testing, I mean, he shook the tire something fierce. So he will be going back and putting a new tune in it, and it will be right back. But that is a car that is out of the field right now, and I would be shocked if Saki Bomb didn't make the field, to be honest with you. It is going to be a tight field. Callie Mills leads the qualifiers. Jason Lee in 2, Paul Gargas 3rd, Robert Costa in 4th, and then Ryan Martin. Here we go. It's going to be a solo pass for Keith Goolsby on the right side. Now that Red Rocket, this is his first weekend with that car. He is usually driving the Black Pearl in years past. He sold that. Jacob McNeil purchased it. And now he is driving this Red Rocket machine, formerly owned by Randy Merrick on the right side. The 1979 Corvette set a personal best in that car earlier today. A car best with Goolsby's team. He ran, I believe it was a 68. And there's still a little more, well, there's a lot more to give, but he's very happy with this car, and he's excited to show what it can do. Right now, he's on the outside looking in. He slow rolled about 6 seconds across the line in round 1 of qualifying. Goolsby, owner of Champion Autolist, proud sponsor of the Midwest Drag Racing Series. The cars and people that this guy has interacted with, built lists for. You don't drool over the pro mods, you'll drool over that list, man. Whew. Look at that. I love it. The Acme Red Rocket. He's got Wile E. Coyote, a legally distinct coyote on the right side and left side. So he'll pull the YO powered machine up to the beams. Get it, Goolsby. Straight down Broadway, 368 and a 9, and not quite enough to make this show, but he is right in the mix. And so not necessarily his quickest run of the day, but a 368.9 right down Broadway. He's going to be happy with that. And they will turn it up later on tonight. I'd like to remind you guys, we have a non-qualifier and first round eliminations bracket called Slammers. There's money in it. Don't miss eliminations. Jim Widener on the right side, Jason Calso on the left side. Man, the money in Slammers is going to be pretty sweet too, right? We're talking just about full field of Slammers. That's non-qualifiers, first round eliminations. And it is 50% of the entry fees to the winner, 25% to runner-up, and then the semifinals are going to get 12.5% apiece. I know Keith Haney threw some extra money in there as well, and the pool you're going to look at, honestly, is going to be pretty great. Of course, $20,000 on the line right here for Pro Mod for the main event winner. $3,000 each for top sportsman and top dragster. Very proud of the payout structure of the Midwest Drag Racing Series, by the way. Name me another series that pays Pro Mods out the first round. That's pretty cool. If you show up, pay the entry fee, make the field in like last, and your car, you know, breaks down, you actually win more than your entry fee back in prize money. That's pretty cool, man. Jason Calso on the left-hand side. The 1971 Barracuda. One of the two orange Barracudas we'll see. Will we see the McNeil car? Is it back there? I'm not sure it is. But it could be behind the grandstands here. I think I might see it back there next to Paige Coughlin. Jim Widener on the right side. The 2017 Corvette. Look at him hike the skirt up to the 330s, 07 on the tree, a 370 and a 9 on the left side, a 368 for Jim Widener. 368 and a 4 for Widener, and Widener will improve. Still not in the field, but a stout number nonetheless. Jason Calso. I'll tell you right now, Calso, at this time last year, his best was a 375. Just right now, he runs a 3.7 and a 9. 3.709, 70 and a 9 on the left-hand side out of Clarkston, Michigan. And so that will bring us up to the defending champion of the Midwest Drag Racing Series, Stroud Safety Pro Mod class, number 1 on his car. Maybe number 1 in your hearts, but in his competitors, that's more like 100. It's Aaron Wells on the right side. The bullet green color, he said his dad loved it, loved the color bullet green, and he painted it in memory of his father. And on the left side, Greg Blevins Jr. and the 69 Camaro. Now I'm telling you guys, this is an awesome matchup. Blevins won the 2025 U.S. Street Nationals. He went to the second round in World Series of Pro Mod this year during the Drag Illustrated Winter Series. Aaron Wells did not, he was invited, but he did not go to the World Series or the Winter Series. Aaron, though, I mean, this is a car that I would say is very rarely at the top of a qualification sheet, but he is the last guy you want to face off against, because number 1 qualifier is a very attractive number. Ooh, I can run a 56, a 57, a 58. But Wells will crank off 60s all day, any day, consistently. He'll cut a good light. He is about as good a competitor as you will ever see in the world of Midwest Drag Racing Series Stroud Safety Pro Mod, and that's a reason he's 2-time champion and his son is 4-time champion. Runs in the blood, as they say. So Wells will break the beams first. Here comes Blevins. Wells and Blevins on the outside, looking in. And how about that? That'll get you in. Greg Blevins Jr., a 358 and a 9. Aaron Wells, a 369 and a 9. And so Greg Blevins Jr. rockets to number 5 on the qualification sheet. Wells will improve. He shook the tires last time. So an A to B pass is what he needed, and we are at 1 hat. We've lost 1 hat, ladies and gentlemen. Right on. That's a mark of pride, not a mark of shame. You know it's hardcore when hats are flying off, courtesy of Justin Swanstrom. On the left-hand side, big thank you to Custom Craft Auto Collision. as the Swan gang will back him up. On the right side, a man who needs no introduction, one of the baddest racers around the country, Don Walsh Jr. in the '69 Nova. It is a Nova, by the way. In fact, Kamara was the world's greatest, the world's foremost expert in Novas, I'm told. I'm told that she actually was on the design team back in the day. But she will verify it. That is a Nova. He's racing out of Wixom, Michigan. I love how that thing's dropped, man. I love that. Oh, the front end is a little extended, but it's just a mean looking car, man. It's mean. Swan, previously a 371. Walsh, previously a 376. Hop on, Mr. Tucci. How fun is this so far? This is a blast. We are halfway staged up, getting ready to rock and roll. Well, strap in indeed. Wow, do you see the way Swanstrom left at the line? 372, he won't improve, but Don Walsh Jr. will. 371. Look at the short number from Swanstrom, Al. 93 to the 60-foot mark.
I'll tell you what, there's some guys in the very low 90s. I saw a 909 last night in your category of Pro Modified. Justin Swanstrom is changing everything down there and making it happen right there for everybody. So they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, they're ready to rock indeed, man. It's
from now on, from much run, everybody's up. Okay.
It is.
All right, look at the burnout. What would they say in that sport? Beautiful smoky burnout. Shaking it up down there in the right side with that big, pink, beautiful CUDA. Man, that thing is gorgeous. Give me a name on that guy. Oh, it's the Flower Man.
It's the Flower Man. It's Don Klooster on the right side. And, well, I'd ask you to give the name on the left side, but I think you might know his name already. It's Keith Haney out of Broken Arrow on the left-hand side. That is a car making its debut in Michigan. It's a brand new car to him that Jerry Pickle built.
Let's find out. Jason,
Corvette.
where's Jason Peterson? Jason, can you give me 1 second of your time? When did Klooster find this CUDA?
It's actually Tom Block's. I don't know, they're related or whatever. I don't know where they found it. It was somewhere here in the Midwest, but it was turnkey, ready to go.
So that 80R wheel stand in the left lane years back didn't scare him. He's back for more action, huh?
Exactly.
There we go. Don Klooster ready to rock and roll. Keith Haney in the left lane.
All right, Keith Haney, man, you saw it down in Florida. He was fighting this Black Widow, and he has found a little bit of something, and
sometimes you don't bring a butter knife to a gunfight.
That's true. If there's one place to test, it's not it. It's Bradenton. But right now, he is right in here. It's a, I believe he qualified 6th or 7th out in the throwdown in T-Town. He is looking for championship aspirations.
How does he like that new car? Have you found out? Has he said anything about it? Does he like it better than his old car?
Well, it's hard to beat a 2-time winner in the Black Mamba, but he's adapting to it, and he really feels that the ceiling is a lot higher in this than in the Black Mamba.
Really? He had problems with that in the past. Well, look at that. Klooster shakes the tire off. Go ahead.
How about it? Keith Haney, a 369 and a 7, and he breaks under the 70s, and so Haney will move on up. And again, not going to be enough to get him there. The bump is a 65.
Qualifying.
Chris Russo sits on the bump, man. This is a tight field.
It is going to be a good field, man. Like you said earlier, one of the best races you'll see of the springtime, start of summer, right here at US 131, the Shakedown at M-Town. Ready to rock on, ready to make things happen. What do we got coming up next?
Coming up, we got Ryan Bush on the right side. It is El Chapo, baby.
That is El Chapo. Pat Music Power under the hood. The nose tells me that. And look at this. Eddie Thornton ripping it up out of Chino, California. Brings it down and puts the hides to heat, babe. Let's see what we got shaking the bacon here. These guys had a good corn roast going on earlier this afternoon that I dipped in on. But, man, you got to love this Ed Thornton.
You got to indeed. Ed won our Slammers class during the throwdown in T-Town just a few short weeks ago. Ryan Bush made it to the semifinals, lost to the eventual winner in Sean Ellington.
El Chapo sitting 4th in the points. He is looking and he is ready to make a championship run. He and Bob Glenn looked across from each other, 3rd and 4th in the points, and said, this is it, man. This is our year. We got to be here, we got to be consistent, and we got to run and may the better man win. And the former Street Outlaws of Sean Ellington and Ryan Martin shut the door on him and made it to the final round. Ed Thornton, Turbo Smart, Quick Drive, sponsored machine, the D-Bar D Racing Camaro. On the right side, you have the TYM Traxxas Bush Performance Engines and JCB sponsored El Chapo 69 Camaro. The Pat Musey Racing Engines, nitrous-assisted machine. Comes to us from Arkansas, man. I tell you, this dude, one of the nicest guys you will get. Here we go. Oh, and a deep stage from Ed Thornton. He's off. Look at the hiking of the wheels on the right side. El Chapo goes to 68. Thornton, not much to write about right there.
Only a 68. Ryan Bush putting it on out of Fort Smith. Is that Arizona or Arkansas? Where's he from?
He is from Fort Smith, Arkansas.
That's the same thing Tennessee, right? What did Tennessee? Same thing Arkansas?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, well, ready to go. That 69 Chevrolet Camaro showing its numbers down there at over 204 miles per hour. Ready to rock it out here in the Midwest Pro Mod qualifying round number 2.
Indeed, indeed. So Ryan Bush on the outside looking in, qualifies number 19, excuse me, with that, and that'll bring us with Bet on Black. It's solely Craig Sullivan on the right-hand side of the 49 Mercury. You know him. Easy to pick out anywhere you go, because I mean, how many other Mercury Pro Mods are there? There's Soli and there's Soli, a man whose reputation precedes him. And so, the Plainfield, Indiana racer will back on up. Craig Sullivan, your number 18 qualifier. He busted out a 367 at 203 miles an hour during the previous run last night. Looking at maybe a little better air right now as we move towards the sharp end of the field. And I'll be very curious to see how the field changes later on tonight as this cool Michigan air drops the air density altitude down, 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 as Craig Sullivan is ready to rock and roll. Team gives him the thumbs up, and here we go. He needs to find 2 numbers. He ran a 67, needs to run a 65 or better. That's the bump. Let's rock and roll. Inches towards the line. There we go. Straight as an arrow, 64 and a 6. How about it, Sully? That was so quick and so seamless, it almost looked slow, Tucci. It was smooth as butter.
Well, after all those years, about 40 of them watching these cars, they say the slower they look, the quicker the number will be. When you ain't moving around, you ain't spinning tires, you ain't going wall to wall. That's the stuff that happens right there. We got plenty of it coming up. I can see that beautiful white stripe blue Mustang, last Pro Mod winner of the NMCA, getting ready to come up. Mr. Glenn down there, that is a car that is a treat to watch.
It is one of the most consistent guys you will see anywhere. This man cuts a tree, he goes A to B, and when things do get sketchy, he gives us the save of the year last year in Tulsa. It's Bob Glenn.
He's down there. He's not up
yet.
He's
down there. He's not up here. No, you're good.
My eyes doing the old strip teaser down there. Here comes one of the legends out of the state of Michigan. Rocking it out right there. And look who he's going to battle right here. The man that's been to 2 NHRA Pro Modified events and shown his hand to both of them. All he needs to do is get some points. They won't give him any points. That ain't fair. You bring that guy in there and he knows who he is. He knows what it's about. Jason Collins rolling up in the left lane out of Southside, Alabama. The owner of the Alabama National Dragway down there. What a great guy. As he'll roll up here in the left lane. Now the history on the car in the right lane is incredible.
It is. That skinny kid, 1972, old Cutlass. Skinny kid not driving. Of course, Westy Stefano is driving. We first saw that make its Midwest debut last year at this very event, and it turns heads. It's even more beautiful in person, Mr. Tucci. As we go on up here, the Tidwell car against the Skinny Kid race car. Di Stefano gave us a great run with a 61 and a 3. Meanwhile, Jason Collins, he is on the bubble.
He is your number 15 qualifier with a 62 and an 8. Imagine that, you're running a Tidwell car, you make a great run, you're still right close to the bump of a 64 and a 6.
Hang on, there's that RPM, a little shake of the blower down there, hitting the throttle, clearing it out. Here comes Jason Collins in the left lane. Scott Tidwell, Dustin Esloni. The team car, the money is all in their hands right now to make this guy go and try to win this deal tonight. Don't count this car out. Watch the reaction times. Will he go 006? Will he go 009? What will he find here in this one? How about 018 down there? He goes 18 on a tree. The Oldsmobile tries to catch him. It's not your father's Oldsmobile, but it's a 3.60 elapsed time at over 208 miles per hour for the Chevrolet in the left lane. Scott Tidwell walking around. He looks like he's going to a rooster fight down there. I'm telling you what, man, it's going to be one of those nights right there. He's happy. It's a good grin.
I'd be happy too. You moved yourself from 15th on the qualifying sheet. You knew that wasn't going to hold. You move yourself up to 10th, right between Jacob McNeil and Paige Coughlin. You know who's on the bump now? The man who just had a good run. Sully's on the bump. Here comes Bob Glenn and Peter Norton. You talk about a man who made a splash in a historic way on the right-hand side. That is Peter Norton in the 69 Firebird. He came in as a rookie to the Drag Illustrated Winter Series. He won the whole series, runner-up in the World Series of Pro Mod, and he made a splash and a half, man. Let's make a correction of that
real fast. He won the points series, didn't win the whole deal.
Yeah.
He didn't win every race. He did good enough to win every race, his point series, and become the Rookie of the Year for the Drag Illustrated Driver of the Year down there. What a guy, from pulling tractors to having a two-car team now. And rolling back here, this is a tough competitor. Also campaigns in the IHRA, where there'll be a week down the street from here in Milan a week from now for a big payday. We'll see how that shakes out. But here's Glenn. I love this car.
I love this too. I tell you what, he said he'll had almost 3 years to get this complete. He sent back the Zoomies to have them polished and done right for like 3 months. This is a car, every time you see it, it is in spotless shape. The sun hits off of it. This is their baby, and it is a championship caliber baby. Brought to you by Hammer Superchargers, Engine Works, G-Force, Race Cars, Tie Drive, Fuel Tech, Hoosier, PST, and so many more. Watch Bob Glenn. He is sitting third in the Midwest Drag Racing Series points. He is ready for a championship run. He's got a chip on his shoulder, he tells me. He says, let's get it this year. From Pinellas Park, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, driving all the way up here to give you a show. Let's stage.
Nice looking Ford for the Ford fans sitting out there ready for this one. Hang on, man. This guy ran a good number last night. Put something on the board that will not make you go home unhappy. They're leaving on the green. Chevrolet Ford down there. The ponies out of the corral. How about a 66.2? But a quicker bow tie banger at 361.2, 209 miles per hour. Young man Peter Norton showing how it's done here in qualifying. Out-qualifies by 5 on the number over that Ford Mustang.
Absolutely. Norton still sitting 12th. And Glenn doesn't improve either. Glenn ran himself a 60 last night with a 2, so a 62 last night, 66 today. But as the air drops, we're gonna see some tremendous racing, and it's the one and only. Oh, how about this matchup?
Wow, what a battle right here. If you're an old No Prep King watcher, you're gonna love watching this here in Pro Modified. First, I want to give a shout out as they back up. Ed is down there. Ed, how you doing, man? Ed is the 632 champ sitting there from 2025. Sitting in the stands, Ed Eisner. It is so good to see that man. J-Lo Racing Engines put that guy into a championship mode with a naturally aspirated 632 and a Ford Mustang. Ed, it's good to see you out here spectating for once.
And I'll say this too, not just the Street Outlaws history here, but if you look at the Tech Arms race that's happening right now, you have a Proline Centrifugal going up against a blower car on the right side. This has storyline written all over it as Murder Nova and Guy Kelly line up side by side. Ellington is looking at a previous pass that that got him number 14 in the field. And the Ramjack Camaro knows he's better than that. He knows he's capable of a 50. Kai Kelly sits number 7 on the field. Ran a 59 last night on the tree. 005 for Murder Nova across the line. 60 and a 3 in the heat of the day. A 61 for Kai Kelly. And Ellington improves just a hair. He'll bump up to number 12, or he'll stay number 12 rather, on the qualifying sheet.
How about that? What a run for the Chevrolets, man. A pair of them right there. Larry Jeffers race car in the right lane. A own car that's partnered up there with Keith Haney and the company of Murder Nova. Sean Ellington doing a good job. Not bad after they changed from the turbos over to the centrifugal Hertz charger on that deal, I believe.
It's a Pro Charger, yeah.
Or a Pro Charger. I apologize for that. For all the guys out there that are running such good numbers with both Hearts and Pro Charger, I take that back. We got a lot of action still coming up here, and it looks like it's going to be the Australian-based Pro Mod that was lent out to race here this weekend.
Hey, you know what? For all the talk about Hearts and Pro Chargers and the centrifugals, you know who's your number 1 qualifier? It's a blower car. Here we go. Up next should be Paige Coughlin and Ryan Martin. Boy, oh boy, what a matchup we have here as you see Paige Coughlin on the Flow Sports stream here, brought to you by Stroud Safety and Larry Jeffers Race Cars. I tell you what, man, did you see that pass she had earlier today in testing? She was 6 inches from the wall, let it all hang out, ran a 63 out the back end. It was nasty.
Gotta love this car in the right lane out of Australia. Frank, I butcher your name up if I try to say, but Frank is such a good guy. They got Ryan doing the driving down here of that car that ships in.
And so Paige Coughlin making her Midwest Drag Racing Series debut against the man who went to the finals last time. 012 red in the Tulsa Throwdown in T-Town.
I got it now. Let me burn that in there. Marchese, Frank, how you doing, man? So Ryan Martin driving the Frank Marchese car down here in the right lane out of Australia. What a trip. And you remember when they went to Australia, they shipped all their cars over there years ago, and they probably met up with those guys down there, Chooch and all the guys, the chassis builders, some great people down there in Australia. But man, on the other hand, gotta love this. Look who's pulling his daughter into the beams right now. The man himself, the Pro Mod champ from years back, doing the deal down there. This makes my whole day right here. I mean, the gold stripes on the black Chevrolet. Now Dad gets away, and it's time to rock and roll.
You got the Fireball and not technically the Golden Child. Let's let her rip right here on the lanes at US 131 Motorsports Park. We are staged up and ready to go. There we go.
In. Lights are down. Oh, man. Look at it.
Look at us going to the center line. Oh, and Paige Coughlin slots in number 7, a 59 and a 7. Ryan Martin, a 360 with a 4, and they were side by side, separated by only 0.09 of a second.
Hey, Daddy Jegs down there, what do you think of that, man? That's your little girl. I'm sitting up here going, my gosh. The old champ down there walking back saying, that is awesome, 359, 7 to 11. And the mile per hour showing that this kid can wheel the deal.
I tell you what, man, Paige Coughlin found just a couple little numbers, few thousandths of a second. She improves. And here are 2 incredible stories right here. Just a bit ago, Jacob McNeil, who blew the oil pump off, oil all over the track, and brought an end to our test session, but he kept the CUDA out of the wall in what might have been save of the year so far. On the right side, Robert Costa set a personal best last night, 358 and an 8. What a matchup, man. McNeil, Costa, side by side. A big shout out to the people watching in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque Dragway is
and the brother who owns a speed shop down there. They probably have a lot of late night parts gatherings down there. But man, he is a good guy coming around here. Finally found a car after this was the car back in Tulsa that he wrapped up when he first got it done. If you remember, he had problems with the shifter. The thing didn't want to work right. Spun her out and had to bring her back, but he's done very well in the last couple of years. The old CUDA there of Stouffer's machine, I love that car. Love John Stouffer, man. This McNeil guy, finding himself a new ride out of Texas. The funny car driver, part-time pro mod driver, going to show us how to shake the bacon here in this round 2 of qualifying.
Top dragster driver, too. He's got 4 in his stable. He has 2 pro mods in his stable, too, but he says, I like the CUDA. The CUDA is my baby. It's my pride and joy, and you are going to see why right here as he breaks the beams. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, and Costa gets loose across the line. Let's see, a 60 and a 2 for Jacob McNeil. Jacob McNeil, does that improve him? It does not, because he ran a 60 flat just yesterday, side by side with Kai Kelly. By the way, he's $5,000 lighter after that bet with Kai Kelly. That was wild. And so Costa shuts it off with a 5:30. It keeps the powder dry for the Totoro-tuned Mustang.
Yo, Victor Alvarez, man, getting ready to roll up here out of Bradenton, Florida. One of the owners of the Bradenton Motorsports Park, sitting here in the left lane, said he had a dream a year ago, said, I'm going to build one of these twin turbocharged deals. Man, he built a twin turbocharged Chevrolet Camaro, ran that for a while, scared the bejesus out of me when he had that car going. Now it's got a Hartz Charger on it and ready to do serious business, this kid right here in the left lane. Cinderella story in the right side, what is that all about? It's about Paul Gargas, first time in a pro modified. Yeah, he's been 360, 370 in a small tire car, but when you get in one of these beasts, I don't care what you think, it's a whole new world of driving experience. So Gargas, whose first laps down here, has done wonderful. Is he qualified yet? Let me go to the qualifying. Where's he sit?
3rd. And you know who, by the way, I'll say, owns the quickest pass of the meet? It wasn't during qualifying, it was during testing. That is Vic Alvarez. He didn't test at all. He made 1 test pass, ran a 56, said, pack it up, boyos. We are good to go for qualifying. So let's see if he can bust that out right here. 56 would put him number 1 with a bullet over Callie Mills and Jason Lee, who are coming up just behind these two, but not far behind.
Well, Troy Perez doing a crew chiefing down there on Victor Alvarez's Chevrolet. The right side, one of my favorite cars in competition. I love the silver black stripe Z28 look. Car's been in NHRA Pro Mod. Derek Menhold took that thing down and put some good laps on it, some victory laps on it. Now it's time to see old Paul do his deal, man. I'm so proud of this guy hopping in this car for Tidwell, Nesloni, and all the fine people that make it happen right here. He's into the beams, ready to go. Here comes Vic Alvarez. In, lights are down. Green lights are shaking, man. They're bumping him over. Alvarez got problems in the left lane. And look at that run of 3:59.6, 209 miles per hour in the right side. The old silver black stripe monster shows us how to get it done with that new driver behind the wheel.
Indeed, and as good as that run was, Tucci, not going to improve. He's 100th slower than last night, but I tell you what, if you run a 58 yesterday, you run a 59 today, tonight you're going to see something absolutely nasty. And Vic was on a rip, wasn't he? 91 on the 60-foot. He was 100th ahead of Paul Gargas at the 60-foot mark.
Yeah, that 919 looked good. Hey, Ed. Ed, can you hear me? Sitting there in the bleachers with your wife. How you doing, Ed? 25. Don't worry, Ed. It's always good to be a champion, man. I'm telling you what. Ed down there is one of the beasts in the 632 drive your car to the racetrack deal. I'm going to tell you what, this guy's broke records in the very low range on naturally aspirated 632 at a J-Lo. I'm just happy to see you sitting there enjoying the races. I hope you brought your fire suit. Make you feel more at home, won't it? That guy's a great guy, dude. And good luck to this year, whatever you're building.
All right, so we saw a little something come out of the car, but we think it was fuel, which means that it's pretty much gone now. How about this one last pass? It's your number 1 versus number 2 qualifiers. Callie Mills and Jason Lee will be going up side by side. 57.5 for Callie, Lee at 57.7. This is going to be some serious numbers thrown up here. You know, Callie has been so confident over the last several months that sometimes she just packs it up, doesn't want to hurt the car, and skips qualifying round number 3 because she doesn't think anybody can beat her, and most times she's right. Scarlett is an absolute behemoth. And
I like that. I like that. Packs it up and says, no one can beat me. I ain't going to take
I tell you, I don't even think she qualified. Yeah. She didn't do final qualifying in Tulsa. And so there's Taylor Strange.
Here comes the lard boy, Coast Packing Machine in the right side. Jason Lee. Now we'll go back and do a little history on Jason Lee. For all the years this guy campaigned in the NMCA, the NMRA. I got a chance to watch in Kentucky. I was down in Kentucky doing the Radio Outlaws race down there, US 60 Dragway, and Jason Lee, his old car was there, man. His old Mustang, his strange engineering on the side. A young lady drives it now. And, man, it just brought back all the great memories of watching that guy wheel the deal to 330 feet on the back wheels.
Absolutely. Just real quick while they're backing up and it's quiet. I have a racer in need. Kenny Lang needs a Braille 16-volt battery. A Braille 16-volt battery for Kenny Lang, please.
So let's watch. They're both Chevrolet Camaros. One's got a touch of white. The one's full white over there, the Coast Packing Machine. Eric Gustafson, the owner. About 2 or 3 cars this man puts out on the track every now and then. Once in a while, he'll hop in and show his stuff. Very good driver. Comes back out of the small tire radial world back in the day. But this young lady didn't come to play. She came to win, believe me.
You know, she got her first win at Tulsa last year during the season finale for the Midwest Drag Racing Series. She absolutely lit up the boards at these winter series down in Bradenton, brought to you by Drag Illustrated, and she was disappointed at the start of this year. She thinks she has a championship-capable car. I wouldn't disagree with her, but we got to see what is in the cards. Right now, it's a #1 qualifying slot, but we will see if it holds as we finish up round number 2 of 4 of qualifying for Stroud Safety Pro Mods, presented by Larry Jeffers Race Cars.
Keep your eye, Jason Lee is going to go in there, sly as a fox, looking for a hole shot and a low number right here. He'll get out on it, man. She got him on a tree there. 407. He'll get down there. How about it? 358.3, 210 miles per hour.
And as impressive as that run is, not going to do enough to improve him. Let's talk about Callie, though. Looked like she might have banged the blower off there. You saw a little fireball and a little something going sky high for Callie Mills there. And
you know what that tells me? She's going to do the 3rd round of qualifying tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see that. Oh, yeah. She popped the blower right off there. You can see that on slow motion on the FloRacing stream there. And she wisely pulls over, and we're going to get her pushed off. But I tell you what, Taylor Strange looks at that and goes, oh, that seems like it's going to be a whole lot of work between now and the next round of qualifying, which will come up after we move through the Radio Outlaw Series classes. We got the best, the baddest cars on her radial tire anywhere in the nation. And my friend Al Tucci is going to tell you about it. Al, man, I am excited to see. Last night, man, I was watching... it left my jaw on the floor. And how about the Saki bomb to finish off the night,
that was
too,
incredible.
man.
The world records on the import side of import.